Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers struggled a week ago, falling back to 500 on the season. But today they'll have a chance to correct that. It's the Vikings going up against the Packers.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Still scoreless here in the first, but a third down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action. On third down, Bridgewater. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked instead of... A red zone situation forthcoming as this defense will need to step up here. 1st and 10. Ball at the 19. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Caught by Nelson left side. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The numbers for Jordy from last week. 9 catches, 88 yards.
Having a nice season. Number 8 in the league in receiving yards. And not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down.
Okay, no score on that play. But this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So they get the field goal. Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter. Throwing is Bridgewater. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hodges. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now.
On 1st down, Murray. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all.
Second quarter, this defense looking for a big 3rd down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Well, the defense is in a better spot here than the offense as we drop you into a 3rd and 8. Now, the ball is in the red zone, but they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Bridgewater. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch.
Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Just inside of 2 minutes for this offense. 2nd quarter. They've got the football, but on their own side of the field. And out now come the Vikings. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 points?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe bashed it.
Super toe.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Bridgewater. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. They run again with Murray. He's seen a ton of action tonight. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Now they'll run. Murray. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Latavius Murray, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side. Time to get back into the action. The football in the red zone for this offense. It's 2nd down, 6 yards to go.
Let's go.
They just do get the play off. Now Bridgewater steps away to his left. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on first down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Here's Bridgewater. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensive. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Latavius Murray with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. So the situation, it's 3rd down in the 3rd quarter, and this defense just trying to get the ball back to their offense to get back in this contest. Play fake. Bridgewater. Rolling to his left. And he's able to find Diggs. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off.
This offense has been lighting the scoreboard up. Now the question, can they add to their lead? We drop you in a red zone situation in the second half. They go back to Murray on first down. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. 2nd down, just 1 yard to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's going to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. When the Vikings get down this way, they start looking for number 82. Rudolph had 24 targets in the red zone last year, tops in the league.
And that's what you do when you have a tight end.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Latavius Murray, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight.
Fourth quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Murray. So he got 3 on 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Forbath will put this one through, and that will make this now an 18-point ball game. Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the 4th quarter. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. 319! And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Throwing is Rodgers. It's caught. Nelson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the fourth quarter. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And Nelson's got it here right side. Touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers make some... It's a two-score game in the fourth quarter. Onside kick coming up, and the kicking team desperately needs a football. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And a big hit. Knocked down sideways. So for the Vikings, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the loss is number 8 for them on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Lambeau, good night, everybody.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Happy New Year's, everybody. In today's late-season matchup, we have two teams who have victory on their minds. It's the Bears going up against the Vikings.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Still 0-0 here in quarter one, but an early test to check in on as we've got a third down situation looming. On third down, Trubisky. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. Look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City. Early lead in that one for the Packers. Aaron Rodgers leading the charge offensively. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They're going to have to go at least. And he's not going to get out of the end zone. Murray is taken down for the safety. A pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this third down situation?
Let's go.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. This defense already looking at a deficit on the scoreboard, but now what can they design here to disrupt this third down play? From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. Third and short yardage, Bridgewater. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So it's third down, ball inside the red zone, and this defense looking to get the stop they need. Now Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Connor Barth now for the Bears field goal. He hit his first, this one from 38. Barth puts it through. And that will push the lead up to 5. They're in the second quarter at Heinz Field. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. Deshaun Kaiser with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
Here we go now.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Again, it's Howard. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. In just 2 minutes' time, don't forget we'll get you to Orlando for our halftime report. To bring it to you, who else but Larry Ridley?
Now that man knows his football. Go get him, Larry.
And Barth puts it through. But wait up now, a flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now it's Trubisky throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Zach Miller with touchdown number 6. Just in a busy final day for you coming up in the NFL. Final day of the year as well. 11 other games going on as we speak. And then coming up later this afternoon, looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they have the football and will take over at the 20. So here we go, back to the action. Football in the red zone. And a big 3rd down play coming up for this defense. Here's Trubisky. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Connor Barth now for the Bears field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Barth puts it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So after the pick, they can't capitalize. Just above 1 minute remaining here in the second quarter. This offense looking to get down at least into field goal range, but they're starting on their own side of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Here remaining in the first half, so the clock is becoming a factor. The offense has the football on their own side of the field. Here's Bridgewater going with a screen for Murray. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. first down. Bridgewater. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's third down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
A third down situation coming up in the third quarter, and this defense hoping to turn that third down into fourth. On third down, it's Murray, and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's down. They're going to run it with Murray. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Latavius Murray unable to lower those shoulders and get the first. And the Bears will get the... They have, by the way, gone to the third quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Aaron Rodgers, 2 touchdown passes to lead the way. On third down, it's Murray. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a first. And this defense in a little bit of a tight spot here. The ball is inside the red zone. Second down and 6. Second down, Bridgewater. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
Hey, we talked about Adam Thielen a little bit last year, didn't we? Possession receiver, makes some tough catches, gets it done, and he's a homeboy. Grew up very close to the Twin Cities.
And showing those possession receiver skills right there to pick up the first. Now Bridgewater. And it's caught. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's second and goal. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
So now fourth down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead and did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal. Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the fourth quarter.
Let's go.
desperation time. 4th down, Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the 4th quarter now. And as of now, it's the Jaguars who have the advantage in that one. Allen Robinson, a yard shy of 100. He's at 99 for the game. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have first. This offense, they've got a really nice drive going. And now it's 1st and goal. Can they finish it off and punch it in the end zone? To the air again with Bridgewater. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet.
No hesitation in this situation. Down a couple scores late in the game. This offense is staying out there on 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. Things are not looking good for this offense. 3-score game in the 4th. They need points quickly. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Not looking overly positive at this point, as this offense will look to finish strong here in the final minute of play. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The Vikings will go for it. Bridgewater. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. They had to go for it. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know, people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Chicago, the win won't get them to 500, but they will finish on a high note at 7-9. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow, as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.